CASETiFY! Yeah, this is Mark Rollins from the Geek Church here, and today we're going to be looking at 6 cases here from CASETiFY, including Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, and the Spider-Man case too. So, right after this. Okay, I'm going to start with a case I know you've been waiting for. I probably should have ended with that, shouldn't I? Okay, I'm going to start with this one, the Jujutsu Kaisen one, and man, it's pretty cool. I actually decided to do some research on this and watch the first episode of the anime that this is based on, and I found it very odd. It's about like curses and the occult and fighting monsters that look straight out of a nightmare's nightmares. Okay. So let's open this case from Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, I think I pronounce it differently every time. This is for the iPhone 14. I decided to get that because my oldest has an iPhone 14 and they like this anime, so I figured I might as well just get this. Plus, this case is made for you. Okay, so I'm looking at this case here, and I'm looking at it online. I don't really see much information about it, but if you like the show, I think on the first episode, they have these curses that are sealed with this tape. So this, or this weird kind of paper stuff that surrounds them. I guess it protects it, I guess. I don't know. It has 2 seasons and I only watched 1 episode. But yeah, essentially that tape is sort of around this phone. Does this mean it's cursed? It better not be. Yeah, so now that I'm online, I'm looking for like specs that I usually write about when I'm writing about cases, like drop protection and stuff like that. I'm not really seeing much info about it here. In fact, I gotta admit, the case that I'm looking at here has some interesting things on the sides that I don't really see in this case. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm approaching here. So, but I do like the look of it. So, and if you like this anime, you'll love this case. What can I say? Okay, I'm going to quote you a price that I don't think is correct because I got a case here that's very similar looking for about $92. But yeah, I'm hoping you get this for cheaper. $92 seems a bit much. But hey, I don't want to criticize the company because I'm sure they put in a lot of work on these cases. After all, they're CASETiFY. What can you say? Okay, some of you guys, if you watch my show, you know I usually try and have a little gimmick when I do this. With CASETiFY, I kind of like went back and forth between wondering like if I should do some sort of gospel church like CASETiFY or something like that. Couldn't really find a piano to do the dun 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 dun. I could have really rocked it with that, but wasn't really sure. I also could have done like, I don't know, some sort of courtroom setting, you know, like I CASETiFY, that CASETiFY, you know, something like that. But I'm probably going to do a courtroom on my next episode of my show, The Geek Church The Show. By the way, if you haven't watched Season 2, Episode 2, about Charlie Brown and Peanuts, I watched that. But enough about this talk about stuff that I'm doing. Let's talk more about CASETiFY. Alright, so this particular one is called the Ripple case, and if you look at it, you can see why, as it looks like somebody just kind of put, whoop, oh, hang on a second. I don't know how well that turned out, but it just dropped on there, and then they just kind of freeze program, and they just kind of put the pattern there, and you got it. And it feels pretty cool in the hand, I have to admit. If you're going to choose a pattern, you might as well choose one that feels nice and looks nice too, right? So again, I don't really have any drop protection or any specs I can use for this. This particular one is for the iPhone 15. Looks pretty cool. And you can get it as a price of about $62. Okay, let's talk about this case. Can you see it? It's pretty clear, isn't it? I've reviewed some clear cases before, like from UAG, and yeah, these are always difficult to get on camera, but oh, hey, actually, can I do this? Actually, putting it in front of me actually works. You can see this pretty well. This particular clear case is for the Galaxy S24 Plus, and I don't have really one of those, so, but I want to demonstrate pretty much how clear it is. Actually, if I had a Galaxy S24 Plus, could I just bring it out and maybe just sort of say, hey, see the case on it? And it would have no case on it? Oh, we have fun around here, I guess. Anyway, this guy is about $72. I wish I had some more stuff about drop protection. It's an incredibly hard case, even around the edges. Some of these cases were a bit softer and more rubbery, but this one feels pretty hard throughout. Okay, now we're doing a case where you can see something kind of unusual about it, because that's my camera, isn't it? Yeah, this is the mirror case, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at me, because, yeah, this is a case with a really cool mirror on it, and I gotta admit, I kind of wish I saw more of these. In fact, I don't know why I don't see more of these. So this particular one is for the Galaxy S24 Ultra, and I gotta admit, feels pretty strong here. So I don't think this is an actual real mirror, because not only you would break that easily, but you get 7 years of bad luck. I mean, you don't want that. But it's a price of $72. So hey, that's pretty cool. It's about the same as the one in the clear case. Okay, this next case has a really cool feature on it. You might notice how clear it is, and it is very similar to that other one that we looked at. And this particular one is the impact case with the black camera ring, and it's for the Galaxy S24. Why is it so interesting? I'll show you why. I hope I can get this well on film. You can see that? Okay, I reviewed actually several cases before that have some kind of feature with that. This one, I really couldn't tell that it could do that by looking. You can see what you can obviously use this for, in case you want to watch a video on it. And can you actually do it like that? You can actually do it very easily like that. Some of these cases that do that, I mean, they are made for watching more in landscape mode more than portrait mode. But hey, I like this feature, and I'm wondering what I can do with it. I'm wondering, is it designed? Can I do this? Okay, I can kind of put it between my fingers here, so we've got that bonus here. This is something I'm thinking a lot of cases just really should have. I mean, because we live in an age where we just watch videos all the time from our phones, and we don't really have a place to, normally I just kind of lean them up against something that is my smartphone when I'm watching something, and just be easier to just have something that's already there to lean on. Anyway, you can get this for about $72 on the CASETiFY site. Perhaps it's better that we look to a man that needs no introduction. I'm talking about the man, the spider, the Spider-Man. Okay, at this point in time, do I even need to say anything about Spider-Man? You guys know who he is. Okay. This one is really, really super awesome. Whip. Okay, this particular model is for the iPhone 15 Pro. Has a very lovely texture. I feel like the webhead himself would use this. Actually, you know what? That'd be really funny seeing Spider-Man use his own iPhone case. That's I don't know. I feel like that's almost like what Miles Morales would do. Okay, something I want to draw to your attention here is this red thing is pretty opaque as far as it goes, but the eyes themselves are pretty translucent, so that's kind of a cool little feature here. And the case itself is pretty soft around the edges, unlike the other one for Jujutsu Kaisen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, because I forget how to do it every time. Anyway, I'm seeing this case on the CASETiFY site for about $72. So yeah, and I think something like this, if you want a nice branded character, it's probably worth the price. Well, I don't know about you, but I had a blast looking at all these CASETiFY cases, for lack of a better term. And man, I gotta admit, I got some pretty sexy ones. I'm gonna write an article about this, or actually I'm sure if I posted this, I've probably already written the article about CASETiFY and what they do. And I'm hoping this isn't the last I see of this company. I want to review more of their stuff. I've looked at their site. They have almost an infinite, okay, I don't know how you can have almost an infinite, but they have so many cases for all kinds of smartphones that I couldn't believe what I've seen. If I could get a custom case with my company logo on it, I feel pretty good about myself. How about it, CASETiFY? You want to do that? If so, stay tuned for part 2. We haven't made that yet, just maybe we've made it now as you're watching this. I don't know when you're watching this. Anyway, I think I better go. This is Mark from the Geek Church, and I'm signing off.